We're going to start with that breaking news. The Ocean County wildfire, dubbed the Jones Road wildfire, has now burned more than 8,500 acres. It's only 10% contained.
The wildfire is threatening more than 1,300 structures, and more than 3,000 people have been forced to evacuate.
We have team coverage this morning. Meteorologist Karen Rogers will explain how the weather conditions are impacting this fire right now.
Matt Pellman is tracking the impact on the surrounding roads, including the Garden State Parkway. We begin with Action News reporter Corey Davis live in Lacey Township. What's the scene there, Corey?
Matt and Sam, good morning. So behind us, where we are here along Lacey Road, not far from the Garden State Parkway, there is some flames burning inside the forest there. Vegetation, trees have been on fire. But one good thing is that we've noticed over the past several hours is that, at least in this section here, it appears to have dissipated a little bit. It's unclear exactly what it looks like, though, beyond that, especially in the dark right now. Ocean and Lacey townships are currently still under evacuation orders. This morning, more than 3,000 people are also within those orders, those evacuation orders. So I want to give you a look there at some video of what it's like to drive along Lacey Road near the Garden State Parkway. We shot this not long ago. The trees and vegetation out there in the forest were on fire. Chopper 6 too, take a look. Chopper 6 was over the wildfire as it burned and forced thousands to evacuate. Glowing lines of orange flames could be seen across Ocean County, threatening more than 1,300 structures. We saw one building burning from Chopper 6 as firefighters worked to put the flames out. The Jones Road wildfire, as it's called, was originally reported in Barnegat Township at around noon yesterday. This morning, police say it has mostly moved out of that area, but the town is still without power.
It's just a very eerie feeling. You know, you think you're somewhere else. There's no street lights. It's dark enough living out here, but without no lights at all, it's even darker, you know. So it was a crazy day. It's still crazy. It's still, I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, a lot of activity going on. This fire was initially 150 acres when it started. It exploded in size over the course of the day to 3,200 acres by 7 o'clock last night, and then it jumped to 8,500 acres by 10 o'clock. Right now, it's currently burning out of control and is only 10% contained. One big concern we heard from residents was about the traffic detours. Evacuees told us they were stuck in their cars for hours, not sure exactly which direction to go. So back live out here as the fire continues to burn. It appears that the big plume of smoke that we've been seeing over the course of the night and into the morning appears to have shifted more southwest, which is away from a lot of homes, but is further into the forest, which of course a lot of times make it difficult for firefighters as they try to get through that terrain. Once again, roughly 3,000 residents are under a mandatory evacuation order. One good thing is so far no injuries have been reported at this hour, so we'll definitely stay on top of this. For now, reporting live here in Lacey Township, Corey Davis, Channel 6 Action News.
All right, Corey, thank you for that. And this fire is burning near Lacey, Ocean, and Barnegat Township. The close Oyster Creek Power Plant, it sits right there in the fire zone. And as a precaution, the plant has been de-energized. Now, we checked in overnight with Jersey Central Power and Light. The utility company is reporting that at this point, they have 25,000 outages, the bulk of them in those areas I just mentioned, Lacey, Barnegat, and Ocean Townships. Now, let's go on over to meteorologist Karen Rogers, who has more on the conditions that fire crews will be facing out there today.
So when you're dealing with fire, the weather, it greatly impacts it and impacts the spread of it. There are a couple of conditions. We look at the wind, the humidity, and the dry fuel. So overall, the wind today is a lot less than yesterday. Yesterday, we had gusts in Toms River of over 20 miles an hour. Nearby Atlantic City, you had 30-mile-an-hour gusts. So there could have been some stronger winds, even more than 20. Today, those winds are dying down, so that's some good news. Currently, the humidity has increased. It increased in the overnight hours. Yesterday, the relative humidity for Toms River in that area was about that 31%. So it was pretty low. I think it decreases again this afternoon, but for now, it's up. Still very dry. Overall, this area is not in a drought actually right now. It got lifted from the drought, but they've only had 0.02 of an inch of rain over the last 10 days. So the fuel is very dry and that remains the same. Let's look at the current winds. They just picked up a bit over the last hour. So I was looking at this and they were 9 miles an hour. Now nearby in Seaside Heights, kind of due east of Toms River, it's 17 miles an hour. Once you get those winds sustained at 15 or higher, that does fan the flames. So this has changed just within the last hour. The winds did pick up a little bit, not the 20-mile-an-hour gusts we had yesterday, but still they did pick up a little bit. So although we have 42% in the city with relative humidity, it is 91% in Toms River. That's helping them this morning, but that will drop later on today. And as I show you on Storm Tracker, we are dry through the area, but as we zoom into this area, I'm actually picking up on the smoke in this area right now. So you see Waretown here, and because of that flow out of the north, they're getting that smoke as far as Little Egg Harbor right now, all along the Garden State Parkway, all along 72. That smoke is overspreading. It stays dry today. We do have some clouds right now, but we'll be breaking for a good deal of sunshine. It's a really nice day ahead. We'll talk about the forecast for the rest of the region, Matt, coming up in a minute. But I know you've been following the traffic in that area, and that's been just a mess for people.
Sure has, Karen. You just mentioned the Garden State Parkway. That is completely shut down, both directions, basically between Manahawkin, which is where you exit to go over to Ship Bottom to get onto LBI, and the Toms River area. So long stretch of the Garden State Parkway is out of commission. Usually I say use Route 9 instead. Well, a shorter stretch of that is also closed right by Wells Mills Road, which is also blocked. Looks to me like Route 539 over here is open if you want to stay over to the west and use that, but it's kind of a mess in this whole area of Ocean County because of those wildfires.